So, people often confuse overthinking. Actually, they conflate the two. Overthinking and deep thinking, they are not the same. Deep thinking is geared towards formulating solutions, while overthinking is just a loop of negative thoughts, just looping over each other, just going on and on and on and on. So, what triggers overthinking? Overthinking is triggered by past mistakes, fear of failing, you know, perfectionism, emotional responses that are clouding your judgment. And let me tell you, overthinking doesn't make life better. If anything, when you stop overthinking, life gets lighter. It actually makes sense to stop overthinking. And how do you stop? This is why I'm making this video. So how to stop overthinking? Huh? First tip. First of all, you're going to focus on the present moment. By focusing on the present moment, you can count. Yeah, your actual count numbers. You can count 3, 2, 1. So what you do, you count 3, you identify 3 things that you can see. You count 2, you identify 2 things that you can touch. You count 1, you identify 1 thing that you can smell. This gets you out of that loop and into the present moment. So you kind of just step out of that loop for a second and come back to the present, okay? So secondly, you can identify the thought and name it. Like, for example, you can use anxious Nancy or negative Nancy. No offense to Nancy. That's what I do. Once you identify, that's negative Nancy again. That's anxious Nancy again. It helps you break out of that cycle. You distance yourself between the thoughts and yourself, and that cycle kind of breaks and it brings you back into the moment, okay? So third point, schedule your worry time. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it works. You schedule a worry time like a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's when these bad thoughts or these thoughts pop up outside that window. It's easy for you to take control and take charge, and you're like, okay, this is not the time to be thinking about this. And then you kind of detach, and it helps you establish boundaries with yourself and your thoughts. We are not our thoughts. They're just thoughts. Not every thought is you. Not every thought is true. So by having this certain moment where I call it worry time, okay? You have your 10 minutes worry time after work. That way you get to decompress and debrief all the things that you're worrying about and feel those negative things you have to feel. And then after that, you close it. So outside at that time, when those things start to pop up, you can establish that boundary and be like, okay, this is not the time to be thinking about this. And then that way, you don't allow these thoughts to consume you or take you out of your day, or just consume you in a bad, then make you depressed and negative all the time. Don't be walking around downcast the whole day over something that it's not even true. You formulated a thought and now your day is ruined. No. Schedule your worry time. Have your own time. For me, it's after work, before I take a shower, those 10-15 minutes when I'm making tea, I like vent for like a good 5 minutes. Then once I hit the shower, that's it. That's it. I'm not dwelling there again. So, and to my next point, take action. Okay. Overthinking often stems from that indecision. So when you take actions and you break things into tiny manageable steps, it kind of lessens the weight and it creates that momentum. Personally, it makes you feel like you're making a step, like you're actually working on the issue, even if you're not working on the issue specifically, but just taking action like towards that direction, it makes it feel lighter, and that thought kind of just loses its heaviness, and action creates momentum, and with action comes confidence. Even if it's not perfect, that momentum carry just kind of lifts you up above that situation and above those thoughts, and you feel like, okay, I'm working towards it, so will start feeling lighter, okay? And lastly, be kind to yourself. Sorry. Be kind to yourself. Have grace for yourself. Overthinking mostly comes from just being self critical. If you talk to yourself like you're your own bestie, like the way you talk to your best friend, the way you have compassion for your kids, that's how you talk to yourself. In fact, you should be getting 1,000% of that before you give that to other people. That way, overthinking is just negative. It's just being too critical of yourself. Come on, we are humans. We are not supposed to get it all right. We are not superheroes. And even so, superheroes don't exist. And if they exist, it's only in movies. Okay. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself. That is the gateway to those bad thoughts. And before you know it, you're depressed. How is that even helping you? Walking around breaking out because you have thought yourself to hell. No, be your own bestie. Every time in this channel, I keep saying, have grace for yourself, have self compassion. No one is going to show up for you the way you can show up for you. You know how much or how you need to be shown up for. So be that person for yourself. Don't be the other person. Don't help life, situations, and circumstances beat you down. No, be your own representative, be your own best friend, be your own cheerleader, be your own mom, be your own counselor, mentor. Talk to yourself like you're talking to your kid, talking to yourself like you're a baby, affirm yourself. That way, when those thoughts pop up, you will not alone with them. And by that coupled with actions, it just takes the weight of things. Okay, so I think that's it. I'ma see you on the next one.